Mic check. When I was to I knew you were the one for me. Come through, dig the sound. I swear the whole world could do you empty. Crowd around. I used to cop a lot, but never cop no drop. Hold mics like ponytails tight and bobble ops. Stop and stick around, come through and dig the sound of the fly brown.
Here at Alex Has No Friends. I've been working on the studio. I'm excited on how it's turning out. It feels long term. It feels like I'm going to be here for a while, so I like this. Waiting on a few more things coming in. I got a Alex and Friends street sign, which is pretty cool. Etsy. You can find Etsy for all your glorious gifts. And then I bought a MF Doom skateboard from an art exhibit that was done here locally, where they had a bunch of local artists with Resident Skate Shop and Outer Space 321. This was months ago. I did my first Alex's Underground show there, and the board was just, it had to be there for the whole art exhibit, right? I didn't understand how this worked before, but now I get it. But anyways, I'm going to pick it up at my next show because I don't need it now. It actually came at the right time because I was going to put it somewhere else up until literally a week ago. I was like, oh no, now I have a place I can attach it to. And I got my little MF Doom mask. You guys will see it next episode. Next episode is going to be cool. We got some pretty cool guests coming through this week. So I'm going to be filming with them Thursday and you will see them next Wednesday. But yeah, I'm excited. Things are going good. I'm working on getting other shows in the area. I want to have more stage time. Selfishly, I want to start working on a feature set. So I'm working on putting together feature showcases all over Brevard. I'm probably only going to do 2 once a month. Something like that. Yeah, but it'll be good. It'll be sweet. I'm excited. It's going to be good. I'll be able to stretch my legs and do more time on stage a couple times a month because selfishly I will be booking myself because I need to get better. But I'm also going to be booking really great people on the show as well. But also comedians that haven't had the time to stretch their legs and just need to get thrown out there. I think it's a really easy way to help somebody. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be fun. I want to start a couple more open mics, and then I'm gonna chill on it. And then once we start seeing a lot more comics at the mics, because I'm trying to expand just a little outside of Melbourne. So we got one in Cocoa now. We got one in Titusville. I got another one over in Port St. John area. I want to start another open mic down the road. Maybe another monthly showcase. I don't know. I only have so much capacity, right? But there's also trusted fellow comics that I would totally trust working on that stuff. It would just it would just, depend on business agreements. But other than that, anyways, not going too deep into the brain of Alex Barboza. I'm just trying to get more stage time locally, as well as continue to go out to Orlando and continue to travel. And it is selfishly for myself, but it's also for everybody else, because I feel like we get new people that come out. The comics that are local enjoy having different locations to go to. At least that's what I think. But anyways, I don't know what's been going on. What else? What's been going on in my brain? Oh my God, I was just watching a deep dive video that just got released yesterday about Pizzagate, which it's pretty interesting. I don't even know what politician it was, but he had so much child pornography just hanging in his house, which is crazy. That's insane to just be yeah, let's just, but then again, isn't every mother's house just a bunch of child pornography on the walls? Let's be honest. I mean, I don't know. Are all mothers pedophiles because they wipe their kids' asses? I'm not sure. We're all touching kids, let's be honest. At some point in our life, we have touched a kid. And anytime I did, like, I wonder, I'm just like, what did they do back in the day when the kid, like, was it a natural instinct to just wipe your kid? Or were they just free shitting all over the floor? I don't know. This has gone really dark really quickly. All I'm trying to say is I don't know what they're doing touching kids. It's bad. Clearly, that's not information you need to know. Most of you already have that thought from birth. So, but anyways, you know what I'm saying. I was watching that. I was watching the Pizzagate thing, and it's so interesting because there was like emails where they were talking about the lollipops. Like, oh, I enjoyed that lollipop last night. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, it really is blatant. It's almost blatant. But like, again, I said this. I think I said this in my last episode. Like, what are you? Nobody's doing anything about it. Nobody can do anything about it. I mean, unless people can consecutively decide to make a decision to do something about it, nobody's going to do anything. And there's people that are going to fight and they're probably going to get arrested. They're probably going to get suicided, whatever you call it, when the government kills you. All I know is that these glasses I'm wearing, really cool. Anyways, what else has been going on? Oh, I was thinking about something outside. What was it? Pizzagate. No, it was something else. I don't know. I've just been chilling. I'm really like happy right now. I was having a little like downward spiral where I was just like really procrastinating. Like I'm still kind of like getting out of it, but I was really like procrastinating stuff and like just not doing the things that I want to do every day. And it's not like it's things that I want to do these things because when I do these things, they make me feel good. It's just a matter of getting it done because I generally have just, I don't know. I think it's, crystals, the moon. I don't know. I'll blame it on anything except my own laziness. But basically, I notice when I write down what I need to do that day, I actually have a better chance of getting it done because it's almost like it's like an incentive to cross off that item. I'm like, oh, I gotta write comedy today, or I want to walk. Like that's one thing I've been wanting to do. I want to make sure I take my dog out for a 30-minute walk every morning. It's too hot during the afternoon, so if I don't get it done in the morning before work, it ain't happening. The concrete, it's just, I walk around, it's like black asphalt. It's hot as fuck. I can't be walking her out there after it's been sitting in the sun all day. Thankfully, it's cooling down, so I think those later afternoon walks will work out just fine. But anyways, I was going through this like cycle of just like not getting anything done, and it was just rough. And lately I've been writing almost every day, not every day, but I'm doing way better than I was before. I filled my fourth book, which that's not a real reference, but for me it is. So I filled my fourth book over the course of 2 years. I have my notes app, notes, obviously. And you know what's funny is being straight up, I do not look back at my notes. I don't. There's this, I wonder if I need to, but I feel like I'm always better with just going with the flow. Because if I don't go with the flow, what's the point if I'm not happy in doing so, right? Because like a lot of the things that I'm writing down, I I do test out on stage, right? And if they feel right, or if they get laughs, I'll remember, the general premise of what I'm talking about. I'll remember it because if people laugh, like I've had this like thing my whole life where like I've had these repetitive sentences that I'll say to people because I know it's gotten a laugh before. And this was way before I became a comedian or comedian. You know what I'm saying. Whatever. Anyways, way before I became a comic, open mic, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I used to save things. Like I would pocket material, not knowing it was material. I didn't have any concept of what a comedian was before I started comedy. Zero concept. So I would tell people about like how me and my husband have the same name. I would tell people about my sweaty hands. I would always have jokes about that. I would always tell people about like jokes about my tits. Like I've always, and this was since, I mean, I literally remember my first joke, which is crazy. It is crazy. I remember my first joke. It was in literally, I think it was kindergarten, maybe first grade. And there was this kid, if you're out there, I think I said this on a podcast before, but I know everybody's not watching every one of them. But his name was Grayson, and it wasn't even like a funny, like, oh my God, this kid's a genius. It was just a joke, right? And I called him Gayson, and I got sent to the older kids' class. I got punished for calling him Gayson, which I guess I should have, you know, because if I wasn't, what would that put in that kid's head or anybody else's, you know? I mean, it is okay to say gay. Ron DeSantis said so, but you know, this was fucking 25 years ago. I was like 6. I was like 5 or 6 years old making gay jokes. Yeah. So I don't know. As gay as it sounds, it does feel like this was all meant to be for me. But anyways, I get to where I write. I do write. I'll sit down. I'll write. I'll think of things in my life, you know, whatever, and and then I'll say them. And then if they stick, they stick, and if they don't, I don't look back. I don't look back. I take voice recordings, and sometimes I just think I'm like, you know, if you think about this, right, back in the day when we had these just all-star like fucking comedians, like just you know who they are, Richard Pryor, fucking, you know, George Carlin, like fucking Sam Kinison, like all these major names, Rodney Dangerfield, like everybody knows, like unless you're like a child or like, you know, out of the loop, I guess I could say, like, you know who these people are, right? So I think that my husband just got home. Anyways, back in the day, they didn't record their sets. They didn't listen to their sets over and over and over again. They didn't they didn't let me tell I'm sorry, my husband I'll cut this. My husband doesn't know I'm here. But anyways, back in the day, they didn't write down their jokes. I mean, they didn't record. I mean, as far as I know, like I don't think they were out there recording their sets. Maybe I should talk to somebody who knew them or find out. I don't know how I could find out. I don't know anybody that knows them. I don't know how I just so casually said that, but either way, I think that back in the day when comedians were honing their sets, I don't know that they were going based off of what they've, you know, remembered based off of listening to their sets after they've recorded them after going on stage every single night, you know? I just don't think that's like I've listened back to I record every single time. And I do sometimes I'll sit down and I'll listen back to, and if anything, I had this question to myself that I was like, it's not the same. Watching a video back or listening to a recording back, it's not the same as the feeling in the moment. So I'd much rather go based off the feeling in the moment versus what I'm hearing or seeing on an electronic device. Because what you feel in the moment is people understand the energy of the room, right? And if it feels good, it feels good. If it feels bad, it feels bad. If it feels it feels eh. And to me, I don't know if it's everyone has the ability, but for me, if I get a laugh, I will remember that joke. Sure, I've gotten on stage and out of nervousness, like forgotten jokes, but as soon as I get off stage, I'm like, oh my God, that's the joke I wanted to tell. That's the one I forgot that I got laughs on yesterday. You know, like I still am able to store this information somehow. So it works for me. And I'm starting to think that all the methods and teachings that everyone is sharing is just a crock of shit, and everybody just needs to follow what feels right for them. Because if you're just doing what the next guy told you to do, you're just going to be just like that guy. So, what's the point in doing what somebody else says? Just go with your gut instinct and be like, okay, go with the flow. This feels right. If there's any resistance, there's no reason to push forward. So, I don't know. My husband left the fridge open. It's beeping. But anyways, this has been a nice episode. I don't know how long I've been recording for. Maybe I should keep going. I should keep going for a little bit. I also just downloaded Battlefield 6. It's downloading right now, actually. I'm not a big Battlefield player. I don't know if you guys know this, but I used to play video games when I was a kid every single day. Before school, after school. It was bad. Well, not really bad, to be honest, because I had a lot of friends that played, so I was still being social. But I was also a fat kid. But I liked basketball, so it's all about balance. Anyways. I started out as a big, it was Halo. Halo was the first game that came out, the first one, that like me and my uncles were like, oh my God, this is crazy. So we would play that all the time. I mean, we did play Nintendo 64, but the first Xbox was just on a whole different level. And it was the first console that I had besides, my brother had the Nintendo 64. But anyways, I used to play a lot of Halo, and then I started playing Call of Duty. So I like a lot of first-person shooters. My uncle tried getting me into Battlefield when we were younger, but I never liked it because there was too much to do. Like when the first one came out, I never enjoyed it. I just didn't. I don't know. I like simpler games. Like I like playing The Sims too. I used to be a big Sims person. That was a big game me and my friend Crystal would play when we were younger. But yeah, no, I have I play as of now. I play Halo, Call of Duty, and now Battlefield, and I like it. I like Halo. I like the Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It's good. Battlefield 6. I did the beta testing, and it was good. It was learning how to play it that was difficult for me, because it's much more difficult to play. It's not as easy as Call of Duty or Halo. So I learned how to play it. And basically, the way you play it is pretend like it's real life, and you'll do good. So it's no fun when you're getting killed all the time. But anyways, I think that's it. A little bit of pedophilia, a little bit of Call of Duty, a little bit of MF Doom, a little bit of Halo, a little bit of comedy talk. I think that's it. Quick episode. I just need to get one out. Consistency. I don't care if anyone watches it. I'm thankful if people watch it, but I don't care if you guys do. Anyways, but I mean, I appreciate it, but I don't care. Does that make sense? Or does it just sound wrong? I think it sounds wrong, but you guys know what I mean. You guys know me.
She keep working that back and I'm about to throw the shit like back and forward. When she teasing, what she got me good with her. When she move with it, when she working, what she got, she can't be new to it.